Hey pilots, my name is Jenny and I am your Director of Career Services at LSU Shreveport. In our department, as you probably know, we serve our student and alumni community with comprehensive career and professional development support. We are located on the first floor of the Knoll Memorial Library in the Student Success Center, and you can always reach us by email at career@lsus.edu. Today, I'd like to offer a warm welcome to our friends from Willis-Knighton Health System. They are one of our employer partners who is registered to attend our upcoming networking and recruiting event called Career Connections, slated to take place on April 21st. So that you can get to know them a little bit better and learn about the exciting opportunities that they have to offer to you, I'm going to ask them a few questions. So first, Josh, please tell us your full name, your current position at Willis-Knighton Health System, and if you attended college, what you studied while you were there.
Sure. Yeah, so Joshua Robinson, and I'm the Director of IT for Willis-Knighton Health System, and I've been here for about 18 years, so I started right out of college at Willis-Knighton. I've got a couple of degrees, so started with my undergraduate at Northwestern. So I finished a CIS degree at Northwestern, and then my master's degree I finished up as a pilot. So I have an MBA from LSUS in their online MBA program. So,
yay! That's so exciting. Yeah. Okay. We love to talk with alumni, especially because they know us.
Yeah.
Good. Okay. Now, next question. Okay. So tell us about Willis-Knighton, what you guys do. We're looking for like the too long didn't read version, but I also know that you work in a specific department. So if you want to tell us about that, that would be helpful too.
Sure. Yeah. So obviously, if you're from Shreveport, Bossier, then you probably have heard of Willis-Knighton. And we serve Northwest Louisiana. We've got 5 hospitals in the area, over 200 clinics. So if you're looking for healthcare in Northwest Louisiana, then we're pretty much ubiquitous. We're going to take care of you, labs, radiology, the works. But then also within IT, our customer is a different facing customer altogether. So our customers are the healthcare providers in our region. So we take care of doctors, nurses, to staff that's getting meals out every day. So our software that runs within the health system makes pretty much all of the health system work. So whether it's, like I said, getting meals on time or charting that something was done on a patient, or you getting the results back from a radiology exam, all of those things run through IT systems.
That's a lot.
It is. It is. It keeps me up at night a lot.
I can only imagine, Josh. So now that we know more about the department and the organization that you work for in that department, tell us a little bit more about the opportunities that you are hiring for at our upcoming virtual event. So in other words, what are you offering to our students? Sure.
Yeah. So we're looking for a very specific, hiring right now. We're looking for an internship program that we're going to be offering this coming fall. So fall of this year. As I mentioned just a minute ago, we have a lot of IT systems, and we're actually looking to consolidate a lot of those systems around the health system. And so the project has actually been dubbed 1WK. And the reason for that is because we've got, systems like our ED. Whenever you go to the ED, you're entered into one system. When you go to Quick Care, for your bumps and bruises, that's another system. When you go to have day surgery, to have your tonsils out or something like that, that's another system. And so really trying to paint a holistic picture of what's going on with the patient is really challenging with all of those systems. So we've purchased a system from Meditech called Expanse, and we're taking that on and we'll be rolling it out. It's a new EHR is what it's called, electronic health record. And we're going to be rolling that out to all our healthcare providers, in later this year, in the fall of this year. And so what we're really looking for is students that can, communicate well and are fast learners, that can learn this system and enough to kind of help, providers locate where things would be, things like this. To be kind of that, that first line of defense for, these providers, individuals using the system. So we're looking for interns that can really take that on and help us out with getting us over that hump, that initial couple of months that the providers are kind of feeling nervous about using the system.
Right, and it sounds like because of all the work that you will have to do as full-time professional staff in the IT department, you need those extra hands to be able to do that first line of defense. That's a lot of work.
We do. It's a ton of work, and it's going to be a 24/7 operation as well. So, we'll be running that that support pretty much all day, every day for at least a full month.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. So, I mean, it's obvious to me, but let's spell it out for our listeners. Why do you think that LSUS students should take advantage of this opportunity?
Yeah, I think it's a great question. First, obviously, it's paid. So, if you're a college student, you're looking for some extra dollars. This is a good way to make some extra dollars. So, it is a paid internship. So, you'll get that. But on top of that, what else do you get? You get some experience under your belt. Been a hiring manager for a really long time, and if a degree is required on for a job you're applying for, and you've got your foot in the door with the degree, but then whenever I'm looking at what else have you done, the conversation runs really quick if it's just the classes that you've taken. Whenever you add something like this, it really gives a good talking point to that hiring manager, so they can see that this student has been able to one, obtain a job, but then also has some real world experience and can talk about things that they learned, how they were able to overcome some adversity that they got, things like that. So I think it's really going to be able to give them some of that experience that they can talk about. On top of that, they're going to be learning a cutting edge EHR. So if this is something that they're interested in healthcare, then they're going to really be able to have that added onto their resume as well. So if they're looking to be some job like this where they could, we actually are going to be hiring people that come from all over the country, that this is their day job. They go and implement EHRs. And so, these students will be kind of augmenting that staff, but there's a whole industry in that type of work. So that'd be something that they can at least be exposed to and see if that's something they'd be interested in.
Great. And I realized as I advanced the slide that I skipped over one of the questions. So let's go back. So again, I think it's obvious to you and I the kinds of students that you're looking for. You already talked about you're looking for people who can communicate well, since they're the frontline folks, but talk specifically more about maybe majors that you're interested in, or what other skills and qualities you are hoping for in the candidates that you hire for these internships.
Yeah, so obviously any of the healthcare fields would be great, but it's not going to be a requirement. So, you don't have to know what an EHR is. You don't have to know a lot of medical terminology to be able to really qualify for this type of job. We would be looking for students, like I said, that that have good communication. So obviously any communication majors would be a great follow-up. IT, so if you've got an IT background, be it a computer science or a CIS, and I think both of those programs are available at LSUS. So both of those types of programs Obviously, anything that would again lead to the ability to kind of think on your feet is really what we're looking for. So, somebody that has a calm temperament, it's not going to get flustered because doctors sometimes, whenever things aren't going the way that they think it should be going, tend to get a little bit excited. They're excitable, and so somebody that can really calm the situation whenever it's getting a little bit excited. Also, that they're a quick learner, right? So this is probably the first time they're even hearing the word EHR if they're not in healthcare. So being able to go from kind of 0 to 60 in a pretty quick time period. We are actually going to be paying for education. So as a part of this internship, it's going to be about 3 weeks of learning how to do the job. And that part will be paid. So, and it on top of that will be remote. So you can actually do that part of the job, from your house. You'll be learning how to do it. You'll be kind of taking tests. It's going to be through an online learning management system that'll kind of walk you through those pieces of it. So, if you're concerned about, well, I don't know anything about EHR, we actually have the same training that the nurses and doctors are going to be getting that you'd be going through.
That's good.
Obviously, the ability to kind of manage multiple things at the same time would be very valuable, and some basic computer skills, right? So you have to at least again know how to do a online learning system, to be able to do that kind of thing, as well as just understand about if you click here, then you can get this type of thing, functionality, those types of things. We're not really looking for. Again, it would be great if we had a computer science, but you don't have to have a programming degree to do something like this.
Yeah, I can see that there's logic to the programs that you might be primarily interested in, like folks in healthcare, health administration, computer science, but the skills that you talked about also cut across a lot of different other majors too.
Right.
So if this is something that's interesting to folks, I think you and I would agree they should definitely apply.
Sure.
Okay, now you've really driven home the point that there are a lot of benefits to this in addition to the great salary that you're offering for interns. So there's value to talking with you and your counterparts that are participating in our upcoming virtual event during those one-on-one and group sessions, which, by the way, listeners, they have already scheduled. So you can pre-register for those now if you would like to. So with that in mind, and because you've done hiring over the course of your career, help our listeners feel more prepared to participate in the event. So what tips do you have for them about
Sure.
How to do well with you?
Yeah. So one is, believe in yourself, right? So, if you show up, prepared, so if you're watching this, do a little bit of digging about some of the things that I've talked about, right? So understand a little bit more about EHR, understand more maybe about Expanse, which you can find out about those types of things, and then understand, Willis-Knighton. If it's something that you're, definitely wanting to get ahead, edge out, some of your competition there. Obviously preparation is key to success on these types of things. On top of that, whenever we started this conversation, Jenny said something about how sharp I look today. Dressing for the part is definitely part of it as well. So obviously, we understand everybody's a college student, and that especially in the virtual world, everybody jokes about having a suit top and shorts on the bottom, right? So, but you don't want to show up to a future employer, with wrinkly shirt and it looks like maybe questionable clean shorts as well, right? So. Not saying that you've got to be in a suit and tie or super dressed, but prepare yourself outwardly as well as preparing yourself inwardly.
Mm-hmm. That's right. You don't want this to be distracting from the great things that they're saying about themselves.
Right. Yeah, it's something that makes it easy to turn you into a good candidate. If you have to go past that, it sometimes can be challenging.
That's right. That's right. Well, those are really good tips. Mimics a lot of the things that we also teach in career services. So thank you for that.
Sure.
And thank you also for telling us more about this opportunity today. I know that you've got more information about it on Handshake because the position is already posted there. So pilots, don't miss out on this great local opportunity that you can get paid for while you're in school in the fall. And also don't miss your chance to meet the Willis-Knighton team at Career Connections, which will be taking place on Wednesday, April 21st from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Central Standard Time. It's virtual, so anyone can participate at any time from the comfort of their own home, and you can register now on Handshake. Thanks so much, Josh.
Thank you, Jenny. It was great talking with you today.
Great to talk to you too.